friends. This is William with Believe Unlimited. I believe I will. And today's topic, helping the homeless. This is a really near to my heart topic, and I really haven't gone there before and told much story about this, but let me just share with you and be completely real. So I've seen many times people reach out and help the homeless, and they are so compassionate for those people that are down and out. And I appreciate anyone that will take the time to speak to a human being and not to see them as a homeless person and judge them as less than because they don't have a fancy car or they don't have a house or they don't have all of the luxuries of life that we become accustomed to as being normal in society. And there are many homeless people that have had great wealth and lost great wealth. And there's many homeless people that have made a choice to be off the grid. They don't want to be tracked by every debit purchase they make. They don't want to be tracked by the government or the power or this or that or anyone knowing where they are and what they're doing. And they choose to live off the grid. There's many reasons that people are homeless. And I know because I've been in that situation. I went from a really good paying job to being homeless. I will admit, I had a car that I was able to stay in. I wasn't on the streets. I've been homeless. And did get to know some people that were on the streets, and it's an interesting mind shift. What I want you to know is when you're feeling like you want to reach out and help somebody that's in a tough situation and homeless. They're homeless. That's obviously a tough situation. And you feel the desire to help. Feel free to help and do what you can to uplift their day. But just remember how many people you walk by, you give the finger to, you get angry because they're in the way at the store. They cut you off. And to hell with that person. You've got compassion for the homeless because they've been beat down and pushed out. But we all don't start there. And some of us don't stay there. But if we would be more aware and more real and more authentic and understand that that person that cut you off is struggling with something in his life, or he wouldn't have done it. That person that was rude to you at the store, they're struggling with something in their life. And that's why they lashed out at you. Because if they lashed out at their wife like that, she would leave him. And he can't take that chance. And there are so many people that hurt every single day in this world because they're unfulfilled, they don't know who they are, and they're struggling with every bit of life. In my journey, from making a living, driving truck, a decent, significant financial living. And a nice car. We had a okay house. The kids were fine. They were fed. Everything was okay. But nobody seen inside here. Nobody saw what was going on in here. I was struggling. I could see my wife pulling away from me, and I was so scared, and I was so hurt. But we can't see the scars on everyday people. We can't see the tears in their heart. We can't see the pain they carry. So we don't notice that they're homeless. This home, the heart. There's so many homeless people that walk around because they aren't living fully in their heart. Their spouse is leaving, or they're cheating on them, or their boss is taking advantage of them, or a number of other things. Or they've succumbed to the addiction of drugs, or alcohol, or gambling. They've slipped into a weakness where they're hurting inside. And none of us can see it. But we spend our time looking at the homeless people and reaching out to them. And I am not advocating not doing that. I agree with doing that. But the people that we're cussing at and we're swearing at and we're cutting off and we're giving the finger and we're telling them off, nobody knows how much it hurts inside. And it was a snap. One event. And 5 days later, I was homeless. Living in a car. And it wasn't the event that changed it. It was everything else along the way that built to it. Don't just look out for the homeless. Look out for each other. Because I believe that there are so many homeless people with fancy cars and fancy houses and fancy jobs, and they're all homeless because they don't live true to themselves. And the place where I was the most miserable was when I was so lost at who I was that I had no place to live in me. And that's what I want you to know, is that when we see people lashing out or frustrated or angry, that they've lost their direction and they're homeless and they're just trying to get home. And they're lashing out and hurting other people because they hurt so bad inside. My message is compassion, understanding. And both of those things, I have failed tragically at being compassionate and being caring to those who deserve to be loved. I'm fully guilty. It's been a huge journey. And I can say the last 5 years have been the most magical experience of my life. And I'm so looking forward to each and every day now that I know who I am. I know why I was born. And I know authentically who I am. And if you hurt, I want you to know I love you. And you're okay just where you are. And if you need someone to talk to, reach out. Because having someplace that you can express how you're feeling, it gets it out of the mind and it allows you to express. It's a healing process, part of the healing process. Awareness, we've done all that. But love the people you meet. Well, that's just weird. Well, I don't know, love everyone. Love everyone. I'm not saying fall in love and marry this person. I'm saying express love to everyone you can. You can't love too much. You can't love yourself into a bad place. It's an impossibility. The more love you give, the more love you will have to give. It expands, it doesn't contract. As you give more, you will have more, and you can't out-love the capacity that you have. You will always have more. And you can hate and be angry and miserable and tell people where they can go and tell them off and be rude and obnoxious. And you're okay. Because I've been there too. It's not who I am, but it was an experience that I had. And I needed to have that experience so that I could understand what I do have and the love that I do have in my heart. And I'm not kidding. I love you because you're amazing. You're a human being and you're awesome. And there's something about you that is so magnificent that nobody else has even recognized it, but you know it's there. And you know it's there, but I don't know how to express it, live into it. You have that in you because that's who you are. And it's not the same for everyone you know. Everyone doesn't understand that the way you understand it. And you have a gift. And I want you to know that if you're homeless in your heart and you're homeless and you're seeking, you reach out. I'll talk. We'll share. And I'm looking forward to you realizing what a beautiful, magnificent, awesome person that you really are. And if you're not living that, you're not living the life you are called to live. And that's the truth. So I wish you the best. I wish you awareness. And I know you're awesome. So you stay awesome. And we'll catch you next time.